Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly challenge parkour tutorial. This week we'll be tackling this one. It is a 9-star, that's a lot. If you guys have been struggling with this over the past couple days, don't feel bad bro, I have too. I've beat most of the other parkour challenges, but this one has actually proven to be very difficult for me. I do not know why. It requires a lot of precision, a lot of tricks that you might not know, and I'm here to teach you. As you can see, I just beat it right there with a time of 23 seconds. Let me know if you could beat my time down below, but anyway, let's start with the tutorial. Push this button and then get this boost right here. You're gonna want to keep your hand flat. If you're not getting the boost, keep your hand flat or flat over it. You can even get the boost while you're in the air. Your hand just has to be flat over it. Don't like paddle over the boost or anything. Of course, that's a really basic tip, but I still include tips like that just for like rookies and stuff. But immediately once you go into here, there's gonna be pillars to your left and right, and you're gonna want to basically paddle through them. A lot of people would actually try carving through it, but I think it makes a whole lot more hassle than it does solve anything. So if you want to carve, you can, but I find that just a couple precise movements throughout these pillars will help you get through it a lot more efficiently and keep your speed, which I didn't mention yet. But in this parkour challenge, you're gonna want to keep your speed as much as you can. That's the point to it, because of course you might have noticed that at the end right here there's a huge ramp that you have to get up and onto that platform right there. Well, you can't really get up that if you don't have enough speed. Trust me, that's going to be a really big issue. So you're going to want to maintain your speed by using the techniques that I'm going to teach you right now. I actually only carved 2 or 3 times within this course. So I'm going to go from right here, boom, boom, boom. I'm going to do it a little slower. I'm going through here, I'm going right, left, and then I'm pushing to the right on this so I could get a big wide carve into here. That's one of my 3 carves right here. But the reason we're going to carve wide into here, other than maintaining our speed, is we want to angle ourselves so we're going straight at this block right here. This is where we want to be angled. Use that block as kind of a target of where you want to aim yourself. And you could bounce around in here like a pinball, but it's not going to be as effective. That is, not as effective as going in a straight line and then pushing to the left and going straight like that. You can push off of this if you want, but if you get good enough, you'll be able to go over here and just hit over once, and then you'll go straight into here, which will go into our second carve. I just want to emphasize how important it is to get all of your movements precise. So it's going to take a lot of practice. Boom, boom, boom. Over to here, aim right here, and to the left. That's exactly how you're going to want to do this. That's the easiest explanation I could give for these pillars, which a lot of people get stuck on at first. So paddle through this part, carve over here, big wide carve, aim for this one right here, and then to the right. And now for this part, get ready to go into a wide curve like that. And we're not going to focus on this section, we're going to go over here. You can do this in a couple different ways, but this is the method that I've always been more comfortable with, and I have used to beat this level. So as we're going into here in this carve, we're going to go over here and push off of this wall over to here. See, we're going to be going really fast, so we have to push off really soon. If you have a really powerful push off, you could even push off with your left hand like that and go up, but I actually need to push off with the wall, and that's okay if you need to. I find that it gives me a lot more control. We'll push off onto here and then we'll push ourselves down. I have my hand flat against the wall like this, and then I push it down like that. You don't want to push yourself all the way vertically down, because then you'll lose speed. You want it to be more of a diagonal angle like that, more of a slope. And you do have a couple options. You can go into a wall carve and go up and over this, or you could do what I do and just use the wall and then push down like that. So let's go in real speed and see how this part is done, because that might have been a little confusing to you guys. Honestly, I got a little confused explaining it to myself. So this demonstration will probably be easier to understand. So let's do our paddling, our carving into here, boom, carve over here, just like this, and boom. Now you'll notice there that I didn't really have the ideal amount of speed. You'll probably want to even be faster than that. Of course, if it's more comfortable to go on the right side first and then go up on the left side like that. That was a bad example, but you know what I mean. Do whatever is more comfortable for you, whatever gets you through the course more efficiently. Once we get past that, we'll get to this part that looks a little complicated, but it's not too bad. Honestly, there's a lot of different ways you could go depending on your trajectory, and you'll maybe want some improv skills as well, because sometimes you'll go in a direction that you weren't really supposed to go, but you could still make a good situation out of it. I like to hit off of this thing over this wall, and then you can either hit off of that, hit off of one of these, that's one way you could go. Or what I like to do most of the time is try to minimize the amount of times I hit things. So I might actually prefer doing something like this, going over here, and then flying and hitting down here so that I land, perfectly on the ground. And I'm ready for this right here, the last part. Which, if you're anything like me, wall carving with your right hand is more comfortable and more natural. So that's the side that I use right here. If you want to use the left side, you absolutely can. Nothing wrong with that. It's the same thing. If it helps you, then go ahead and do that. Instead of using this ramp, you can use the ramp. You could try to, if that works for you, of course. But what I like to do is jump on the wall right here and use this angle of my arm to push myself up the ramp like that. But I'm wall carving, and you'll notice that when you wall carve, you'll have a lot more power than when you're going on the ramp. A little secret too is that when you're at the end of your carve, you're going to want to hit off of this thing, the top of the ramp, as hard as you can, and it'll give you an extra boost. So I'm going to do my best to do a complete run. Unfortunately, I didn't record my winning run, but let's see how this shapes out here. Okay, you can see I'm about 12 ms. This is not where I want to be, but as you can see, I didn't make it all the way up, but I did employ all the techniques I taught you guys. I'm telling you, bro, you need a little bit of luck with this. Your run is gonna need to be like absolutely perfect for you to get this done. It took me like 3 days to do this. It might take you longer, who knows, but you got all weekend, and that's exactly why I made this video, to try to help you guys out. If this did end up helping you out, please let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what I could do better for the next tutorial. Also, a little self-promotion at the end here. I'm going to be streaming Orion Drift shortly, once I figure out a solution to the audio. I don't have the content creator camera, so I can't really stream from my computer, but I'm working on a mobile solution. So if you guys want to see streams of me maybe doing parkour challenges in the future, maybe just hanging out or doing driftball games, maybe even driftball games with you guys if you want, make sure to hit the follow button. Let me know in the comments, please. I'd love to see your feedback. But of course, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my members, Snowy and Sleepy. If you want to become a member, the link is in the description down below. I'll see y'all in the next one. Go get that pattern. Goodbye.